Hi everyone, I am going to just do a quick tutorial in this group so that you know how to do a few things that are kind of general, standard, run-of-the-mill, foundational things that we like to do with our oils. So we're going to talk about how to make a roller ball, we're going to talk about how to fill up a veggie cap, we're going to talk about how to make a spray bottle, how to fill up a diffuser. I know some of it might be super basic, but for a very new beginner, some of these things are like overwhelming. Okay, so let's just start with how to make a roller. So we talked about in another video the different sizes and how there are 10 ml roller balls, there are 5 ml roller balls. Those are the two sizes that we mostly use. So if you see a recipe that's talking about a 10 ml roller ball or milliliter roller ball, and you have a 5 ml roller ball, in general, you just half the recipe. If it calls for 2 drops of peppermint and 3 drops or 4 drops of lavender, then you would just put 1 drop of peppermint and 2 drops of lavender. So that's kind of just a very basic thing about making a roller ball. I'm just going to do something really simple here. Okay, so let's say that you want to make a roller ball and you're going to use one of our yoga blends. This is one of my favorite blends. It's part of our yoga collection and it's called Arise. So it smells so good. It's a citrusy smell, but it's very strong. So if I were going to make a roller ball with it, oh, it smells so good. I would just want maybe 2 or 3 drops and then the rest fractionated coconut oil. So what you want to do is hold your bottle at about a 45-degree angle and the same with your other bottle and until you see the drops coming out. So I'm going to keep tilting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go ahead and do 5 because in general you're going to want at least 5 drops of essential oil in your roller ball to get the potency, unless you're making this roller ball for a tiny baby or a pet. Okay, so now that I have my 5 drops of Arise, I'm going to use my fractionated coconut oil. This one is from doTERRA, and I'm just going to pump it up the rest of the way. So now it's full all the way, the rest of the way with coconut oil. So now it is diluted, okay? When you dilute, I'm gonna pop the roller ball on top. There are also little devices that you can use to help pop them on, but for me, I just use my hand and I pop it on. And then you have the lid. There are a lot of uses for roller balls. You can roll them on your wrists. You can do pulse points behind your ears. You can do collarbone. And there are different reasons to apply them on different locations. But for this one, I love the smell. Okay, so that is how you make a roller ball, and that is it. You don't want to use fractionated coconut oil that is solid. You want to use you don't want to use coconut oil that is solid. You want to use fractionated for coconut oil, the kind that is always liquid. I recommend doTERRA. I do have a horror story of using a non-doTERRA fractionated coconut oil in the liquid form because I was really being kind of cheap and I was making bulk roller balls and I didn't want to pay a little bit more for doTERRA's and I wanted it quick and I got it off Amazon. Well, I'd never had anyone ever had an allergic reaction to our coconut oil and still never have. But this person had tree nut allergy and she had an allergic reaction to the coconut oil that I got off of Amazon. And I felt so bad, and it took a while to get this person's trust back because now she felt like maybe it was doTERRA's essential oils that gave her the reaction, when in fact it was the Amazon non-doTERRA coconut oil, and then I had added our oils to it. So in my opinion, stick with our coconut oil. If you don't have the pump, this is new from doTERRA, you can go ahead and use the lid that it comes with and drip it out drop by drop or squirt it out. So it's okay if you don't have this pump, you can still use and fill up your roller balls, okay? That's roller ball. Second thing we're gonna do, if you wanna know where to get your roller balls, remember I said you can get them off Amazon, Aroma Tools, Oil Life, lots of places you can buy your roller balls. Just watch the stars and don't get something that's got 1 or 2 stars. You're gonna be sorry, they're gonna leak, they're gonna break, okay? All right. So follow your dilutions, follow your recipes. There's so many roller ball recipes everywhere. Okay, to make a spray bottle. we talked about this too. This is a 2-ounce spray bottle. There are 1 ounce and there are bigger too, but this is a really nice size. All you're going to do is you're going to have it open and you're going to add the oils that you want, just like we did in the roller ball. Pretend this is the oil you wanted. Maybe you're making a bug spray. So you're going to have your TerraShield and you're going to drop the amount of drops, maybe 20 drops of TerraShield. You're probably going to want to add some lemongrass, some peppermint, maybe arbor vitae. Find a really good bug spray recipe, guys. They work amazing, especially around your house and then, of course, on your skin. Once you have the oils that you want, then you're going to want your filler. So usually you're going to use something like witch hazel, which is really good because then it helps as an emollient to help mix the oils together so that they don't separate. Okay, or you might use aloe, you might use almond oil, you might use jojoba, you might use coconut oil, you might use distilled water. Whatever the recipe calls for is what you're going to use. Okay, once you have your bottle filled, you're going to replace the top and you're going to be ready to go. That's a spray bottle. Okay, lots and lots of recipes for those. Okay, we did roller, we did sprays, now do a veggie cap. This is really simple, and I do have a veggie cap that I've dusted because the last time I tried to show how to make a veggie cap, you couldn't see it. It didn't show up on my video. And now I'm looking for the other half of my veggie cap. Fall on the floor. Is it stuck together? Okay. So if I don't find the other half of my veggie cap, I might just have to pretend with you guys. And I think I'm going to have to pretend with you guys because I don't see the other half of it. Let me just try one more thing. I adjusted it so I could see it, and now okay, so sorry. I might need to redo this video. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your oil and let's, just for the sake of this being really simple, let's pretend that I'm making a roller ball, a veggie cap with lemon, lavender, and peppermint because that is the allergy recipe. And so first I'm going to have, this is lavender, okay? I'm going to take and I'm going to fill it up with 1 or 2 drops of lavender. Now see how I'm just dropping the drops directly into the cap? Okay, then the next thing I would do is I would get peppermint, same thing. Then I would get the lemon, same thing. Then this is the tall section of the cap. I would take the short section and just pop it right on top and swallow it. Okay, that's all you do. It comes apart, you put them back together, and then you swallow it. I don't recommend, sometimes if you're going to use something that has a caustic agent like oregano, sometimes we use, we make the Flu Balm. The Flu Balm has oregano in it. Even though it's in the cap, I add coconut oil to it. I'll put a few drops of coconut oil in it so that even after the veggie cap melts away in your stomach, the oregano is diluted in something before it hits your stomach because it is very strong. So that's just a quick tip. You're not going to pre-make these and just have them in your purse or in a bag. The oils will eat through the veggie cap if they're left for any period of time. So you make them when you're ready to take them. Okay, so that's a veggie cap. Sorry about the lack of the lid. Okay, and then what's the last thing? How to fill up a diffuser. So, you know, I've got my, I don't have, Wesley, can you grab the pedal diffuser? Is it in the bathroom? The bottom half of it? So sometimes filling up a diffuser, is it maybe in my bedroom? Maybe in my bedroom on the bed? I don't know what to do with my pedal diffuser. You do see it? Thank you. All right. So lastly is how to fill up a diffuser. So sometimes people will actually have their diffuser sitting there and they won't use it because they don't know how to fill it up. And sometimes people fill it up wrong and it won't work. So all you want to remember is you've got your diffuser. This is the pedal. You want to take tap water, not distilled, not filtered. Tap water is going to give you the best mist. And you're going to fill up your diffuser with tap water. to the red dot. Okay, if it's not a doTERRA diffuser, there will be a fill line. If you fill it past the fill line, it doesn't mist. It's not going to work. That is a reason why people think that their diffuser doesn't work. Then you're going to add whatever oil it is that you want to diffuse. I'm going to put my Horizon here again. And then you add your lid and you start her up. Okay, so you can see my nice mist going. That's how you use your diffuser. That's how you fill it up. So I know some of this, again, seems really, really basic and easy, but these are things that you need to know so you can dive right in and get started using your oils. You can use a different diffuser. It doesn't have to be doTERRA's diffuser, but now you know how to fill a veggie cap up. Now you know how to make a roller ball, a spray bottle, and a diffuser. So I hope you have a lot of fun doing these things and that you get started right away doing them. And again, always ask if you have any questions. We're here to help.